Why is your rifle down pieing a corner? That low ready drill is something you focus on a lot and you are applying it to clearing a room. Please don't take offense, as I don't know outside of this short video, or I don't understand the intent of this video. So we received this comment on one of our recent videos, and after some back and forth, it was difficult to really fully explain the why behind what we're doing. So today's video, why are we prioritizing the low ready over breaking the rifle down? Let's get into it. The specific question that was being asked was from a video where I'm at a low ready, almost like less than a 45-degree angle towards the ground due to confined space, as opposed to breaking it up over the shoulder or going to a high ready. I want to talk about why I want that stock in my shoulder if I'm actively searching a building. Now, I want to be clear too about the context. This is searching, this isn't rescue speed stuff. If it's rescue speed, it's out the window. I'm much higher on that optic. I'm much closer to that optic rather when I'm clearing. But if it's a search speed, I need to be able to target ID. I need this thing out of my way so when I step around or I enter a room, I want to make sure I'm able to see what's in front of me, take in that information, then make a good educated decision whether or not to fire. Now, I understand the argument that if I break this rifle down in one of these configurations, my muzzle is oriented towards potentially a threat, right? The problem I have with that theory or that thought process is simply, do you practice shooting this way? Do you understand fully how your muzzle is oriented towards a target? Now, yes, close confined spaces, CQB setting, there's probably a lot of circumstances where you could shoot from this position. And there are certainly times where that would be advantageous. I go to a high ready pretty often, especially when I'm working on doors, like opening doors, or I'm getting fatigued. I need to put this stock in my armpit, rest for a bit. This is a really good position. That's why we encourage everybody to work through low ready and high ready. However, when we're working through a building and I need to put rounds down on a target or a threat, I am much faster from this low ready up on target. My dot is on that individual, putting rounds. I have a good mount because it's simply raising up into view versus working up from a high ready, or commonly used by Army Rangers, up over the shoulder and then on target. If you practice from these positions, sure, you could certainly be better. I think, again, it's all about preference. Get good at something, understand the why behind what you're doing, and continue to practice it. We're shooting super close up. I want to focus strictly on the mechanics. How fast am I moving this rifle into view, seeing the dot, and pulling the trigger? That's the point I'm really trying to make with this video. Why am I prioritizing low ready? We'll demonstrate it here. 0.47, not really moving super fast. I'm just reacting to the beat. Four, 5. 4, 2. I'll go a little bit lower this time. 4, 9. Notice it doesn't really affect the time too much. And 5, 6. All right. This is very eye-opening for me when I first started practicing this way from that low mount. I'm cheating. The stock's already in my shoulder. I'm prioritizing a good mount when and if I need to actually put rounds on target. All these in the Abe zone, this is super close distances. I'm not worried about necessarily the accuracy, but just look, I'm not really moving that fast. I'm just raising the gun into view, and they're all roughly about the same times. Yeah, I can shave off about a 1/10 if I'm a little bit higher up, but even from that super low ready, again, I'm super confined. I don't want to muzzle the room, give away my positioning. I break that rifle down even further. It doesn't really affect these times too much, but let's put into practice from a high ready this time. That means stock underneath my armpit, gun broken down, and then we'll work over the shoulder, compare the times. 8, 0. 7, 3. 7, 7. Let's work over the shoulder this time. 7, 4. 6, 7. 8.7. Yeah, some of that's human performance, some of that's, you know, completely me, right? But you guys notice I have practiced high ready plenty, that I am efficient with it, and it's not necessarily, you know, the reason why the times are slower. It's just slower. Your stock is not in your shoulder. I understand the argument, I can shoot from here, I could potentially shoot, you know, this is a high ready. Traditionally, this would be more considered retention position. I can shoot from this retention position, and in a really confined space, I might prioritize that. I'm going into a bathroom, break that gun down, and I can shoot from the hip from that point. That's not really the argument I'm making. If we're talking about just strictly how I'm searching through, typically it's stock in the shoulder, low ready, simply because it's just faster, and I don't really care who you are. If you practice this, you're gonna be faster from that low ready. At the end of the day, if you understand the why behind what you're doing, then that's really all that's necessary. I mean, you have your preferences, stick to that, get really good at those skills. To me, I've never seen anybody that's faster from a high ready than simply a low ready. I have yet to see it, not to say that's not possible. There's just more movement involved. You stack on kit and everything else, whether you set it up correctly or not, there's still times this sling gets caught up in your kit and, you know, it slows you down. The simpler I can make this, the less finessing. You know, from our CQB non-negotiables video, we talk about all this theatrics that we see in CQB training. Validate it on the range and understand why you're doing what you're doing, and that's what it comes down to. Quick down and dirty video for you today, guys. If you like what you saw value in today's video, make sure you hit that thumbs up. If you want to see future content similar to this, make sure you subscribe. And if you disagree with us, make sure you comment down below. With that, we'll see you on the next video.